Hi, are you ready for a new adventure? Ayan, Mimo, and the creative genius of Pablo Picasso one day. In a little town with colorful houses and sunny streets, a curious 5-year-old boy named Ayan was playing in his room with his best friend, Mimo, a mischievous Scottish fold kitten. Ayan loved to draw and paint, and his room was filled with his colorful artwork, covering every wall. One evening, as Ayan was adding the finishing touches to a painting of a rainbow, his grandfather, Imad, an architect, came in with a smile and a twinkle in his eye. He handed Ayan a small, brightly painted box. "Inside this box," Imad said, "is something magical. It will take you on a journey to meet one of the most creative artists who ever lived, Pablo Picasso." Ayan's eyes lit up with excitement. He opened the box and found a colorful brush, unlike any he had ever seen. "This is the brush of creativity," his grandfather explained. "Hold it tight, and you and Mimo will be taken on an amazing adventure." As soon as Ayan grasped the brush, a swirl of colors surrounded him and Mimo. They spun through a kaleidoscope of shapes and patterns until they found themselves in a bright, sunlit studio filled with bold, vibrant paintings and sculptures that seemed to defy the rules of reality. Standing in the middle of the studio was a man with a mischievous smile and a twinkle in his eye. "Welcome, Ayan and Mimo. I am Pablo Picasso," the man said with a flourish. "You've arrived in my world, where creativity knows no bounds." Ayan looked around in awe. The walls were covered with paintings of faces with mismatched eyes, bodies twisted in playful shapes, and animals made of bold geometric forms. "Wow, Picasso!" Ayan exclaimed. "Your art is so different from anything I've ever seen." Picasso laughed warmly. "That's because I see the world in my own way, and I express it through my art. Art is not just about what you see, but how you feel and imagine." He picked up a paintbrush and started to paint on a large canvas. With swift, confident strokes, he created a picture of a cat, but not just any cat. This one had eyes of different sizes, a body made of triangles and circles, and a tail that curled in a spiral. Mimo looked at the painting, then back at his own reflection in a shiny vase, and let out a playful meow. "See, Mimo likes it," Picasso said with a grin. "Art can be anything you want it to be. It's about breaking the rules and creating something new and exciting." He handed Ayan a blank canvas and said, "Now it's your turn, Ayan. Use the brush of creativity and paint something that comes from your imagination." Ayan took the brush and dipped it into a vibrant blue paint. As he touched the brush to the canvas, it felt as if the colors came alive in his hands. He painted a picture of a sun with swirling rays, a tree with purple leaves, and a house with windows shaped like stars. The more he painted, the more fun he had, letting his imagination run wild. Picasso watched with delight. "That's it, Ayan. Let your creativity flow. Art doesn't have to look like real life. It just has to come from your heart." As Ayan painted, the room around him transformed. The walls shimmered with colors, the furniture took on new shapes, and even Mimo seemed to change, his fur glowing with different hues. It was as if they were inside one of Picasso's paintings, where everything was full of life and possibility. Picasso then showed Ayan and Mimo some of his most famous works like Guernica, a powerful painting that told a story of struggle and hope, and The Weeping Woman, which captured deep emotions in bold colors and lines.